Hello everyone and welcome to Pokemon Unbound. One second. So I've never played this. Listen to this funky theme we got going here. So, I've never played this. We're going to be doing a blind nuzlocke. Welcome to Pokemon Unbound. Before you begin playing, please be aware that this is a non-profit fan game. If you pay for this game, reclaim your money immediately. So I don't know anything about this. I was looking through ROM hack lists and I was like, what looks interesting? And this is one of them. So I don't know anything about this. We're going to be doing a blind nuzlocke. In the world which you are about to enter, you will embark on a grand adventure with you as the hero. The world is a big place. Take your time exploring. There is no rush. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. The world and its people are alive. As you grow, they will grow along with you. With that in mind, you are almost ready to enter the Boreas region. But first, choose a character. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna be a girl. Choose a skin tone. Okay. Choose a hair color. Uh. Yeah. Choose a jacket color. Choose a trim color. Already so much customization. Hell yeah. Is this who you'll play as? Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Last but not least, what is your name? Well, I made the hair color like that on purpose because it kind of looks like Lynn. We're going to name you Lynn. Your name is Lynn, yes. Now let's determine the best way for you to play the game. Is this your first time playing Pokemon Unbound? Yes. Are you using the Eclipse, GP Emu, John GBA, or No Cash GBA? No. Do you forget to save often? No. Do you enjoy challenging puzzles? This includes puzzles ranging from stealth puzzles to boulder puzzles. I do, but I'm just gonna say no. The game's puzzle difficulty has been set to easy. If you change it at any point using the options menu, be sure to leave the area for the changes to take effect. Do you know about the common type matchups, such as the fairy type being weak to the poison type? Yes. Do you know the types of the majority of Pokemon, such as Gliscor being the ground and flying types? Yes. Are you looking for a casual gameplay experience without worrying too much about battles? For a blind Nuzlocke, yes. Vanilla is the recommended difficulty for you. While you are allowed to pick a higher difficulty, doing so may harm your gameplay experience. Are you okay to continue with the vanilla difficulty? Sure. The game's difficulty has been set to vanilla. Feel free to switch between vanilla and difficult at any point using the options menu. Okay. Long ago, the Boreas region was engulfed by a great war with a foreign land. It was a brutal war, one which lasted many years. During that time, the enemy managed to seize the upper hand. Hey, look at Rhyperior going against a Krogan, against Salamence going against Steelix, Electivire going against Drapion, two Magmortars against each other, and looks like a Golurk going against a Aggron. On the brink of defeat, the Borean King summoned a Dark Force to help turn the tides of battle. The foreign army's advantage was lost almost instantly. As soon as it entered the battlefield, the Dark Force used its power to create portals and transport the invading army back home. With the foreign army gone, the war seemed at an end for Boreas. However, their king, overcome by his lust for power, sent the Borean army through the portals as well. The war continued to rage in the foreign land for several years. Many more men and Pokemon were conscripted to fight and inevitably met their end on the battlefield. One such Pokemon, having been a dear friend of the enemy king. Overcome with grief, the king built a device to restore its life, granting himself immortality in the process. But this traumatic event left him scarred and filled with anger. Unable to forgive the world that had hurt his precious Pokemon, he turned his machine into a giant weapon, the ultimate weapon. The king became a bringer of destruction that ended the war. That looks like the thing from X and Y. Lysandra, is that you? With the war over, what little remained of the Borean army returned home. The king's Pokemon left him and the battlefield became silent. Yet peace was still to come. Enraged over the fruitless war fought, survivors of the war wished for ample compensation from the Borean king. When he had nothing to offer them, they began to manipulate the Dark Force to attack the Borean kingdom in an attempted coup. In an effort to stop the madness, the Borean king gathered the legendary Pokemon Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. Using the power of the free birds, a prison was created for the Dark Force, sealing its power. It became a shadow of its former self. Stripped of its power, it was taken in by the king and supervised by his progeny, until one fateful day. 16 years ago. Hoopa. I worry, old friend, for the future, for if, no, when she arrives. I won't be able to protect you if she tries something. No, she will try something. It's a matter of what it will be. That's why, my friend, you must go into hiding. I'll send your Pokeball adrift amidst the waves. You'll surely be safer lost at sea than if you were to remain with me. Bars. If I'm wrong and nothing happens, I'll call you back. But if this is to be our final time together, protect my daughter if she is ever in danger. And in turn, should the wrong sort try to force your true power free, then trust her to protect you. Farewell, my good friend. It's gone. So you came after all. Let's get this over with. 15 years later. Ah! How can I fulfill Grandpapa's wish if I cannot catch a single Pokemon? I promised him. I promised I would finish the war, but right now, I cannot even begin to fathom the possibility. Whatever should I do? Hey, a Pokeball. A Pokeball here? Now? This Pokemon. It can't be. It appears, Grandpapa, there may be a way after all. It is time for destruction to engulf the land, and for the eternal flower to bloom once again. Oh, shit. Pokemon Unbound. I'm already liking this. Present day. Gen 4 graphics and Gen 3? Oopa. Okay. What the? How did you get in here? Quick, scientist, what are you standing around for? Grab her! Now knock her out and lock her up in the warehouse. Seth is going to freak out when he hears about this. She is unconscious, Hoopa. Stop! Have I not told you countless times to stay out of my cube space unless you have expressed permission? I am aware you cannot travel for your rings anymore, but that does not give you the right to disobey me. And were you not the one responsible for bringing her here? I do not know what you wanted her for, but you have been a repeated nuisance ever since I found you on that beach last year. I may not be your true guardian, but I am your trainer now, and as your trainer I order you to cease these immature antics of yours, now. What a bother. Wait, now that I think about it, I could work with this. Okay. Oh, who that? Okay, so I can't get in there. The door requires a key card with clearance level 2 to be open. Just in case. Ooh. Okay, so 8. So whatever's last is gonna be my starter. Okay. Hey, who do you think you are? Do you think you can get away with keeping me locked up in here? You better let me through right now or you're gonna feel my wrath. Back off, kid. I'm under strict orders to keep you locked up. So scram unless you want to feel my wrath. Smart choice. Keep far away from this door and you won't regret it. Huh? Who are you? Pretty sure I was by myself when they threw me in here. Lynn, huh? And you're saying you got sucked in here by a magic portal? That's a pretty dramatic entrance. Hey, those closed. Do you live in Frozen Heights? I just moved in, but I guess I never stopped by to say hi. Say, how about we buddy up and look for a way out together? The door back there is a bus with that guard in the way. Oh yeah, I guess I should introduce myself, partner. My name is... Rival. I'm gonna call you... Is his name Thomas? Yes, my name's Thomas. I'm looking for my parents, and I thought these people would have a lead on them. And well, you can see they hate it when people go snooping. Anyway, we better start looking for another exit, so let's move. Alright, so we can't get through there. Did you hear that, Lynn? It sounded like some Pokemon are trapped in that cage over there. Let's go check it out. The lock appears fragile. Break it? Hell yeah! The cage door swung open. Gibble, Larvitar, and Beldum! It looks like these Pokemon are grateful and want to join us. If we each take one and put them in these Pokeballs I picked up, we can use them to attack the guard and escape. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead, choose a Pokemon. Well, Gibble came out first, Larvitar came out second, Beldum came out third. So by that logic, 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 9. Will you take the steel Pokemon Beldum? Hell yeah. It has the mild nature. Okay. You want to give a nickname to this Beldum? Yes. Ah, Beldum, you become a Metagross. You know what? Because Metagross kind of looks like one, I'm gonna call you Spider. I'll take this one then. Sorry, Larvitar. Disheartened, the Larvitar left. Now that we have our own Pokemon, let's head back to the exit. We'll force our way out of here. Let's do it. Let's take a look at Larvitar. Spider is level 10. You have Psychic, Mild Nature, Better in Special Attack, Clear Body, Tackle Flash, and Metal Bash. Shit! Okay. Wait, with what item? What item? Holding Berry Juice. Okay. So we have a heal on it, just in case. I told you before, I'm under strict orders to keep you locked up. You don't really have a choice anymore. You're gonna let us out or get your sorry butt handed to you. Quit fooling yourself. There's nothing you can do to let you through. Lynn, let's team up and show this guy what we can do. You both are really starting to get on my nerves. Inkay, Scorpy, show them why you don't mess with the shadows. The shadows? Bro. 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 In Dusk Balls? The shadows. Ah! That's hilarious. That's hilarious. The shadows. Oh, that's right. Clear body. Yeah. Yeah. Clear body. Wait, I can just metal bash this. Never mind. I knew it was a bad idea to lock them up in here. 400 bucks? No, my Pokemon. Not bad, Lynn. You and I make a pretty good team, but I'll take it from here. Let me use these items on your Pokemon to heal it from the fight, even though I took no damage. Gibble, use Metal Claw. Alright, I give up. I'll let you through. Please, have mercy on me. Don't hurt me anymore, please. Gibble, return. I'm getting out of here now, Lynn. I'm sure you're capable of taking care of yourself from here on out. If you're in any trouble, just use your Pokemon. Oh, one more thing. As soon as you get home, we're going to battle. You impressed me when we battled together, so I want to see how I'll fare against you. Until then, don't tire yourself out too much. Alright, let's get out of here. That guy, he just came out of nowhere. Wiped down in an instant. This guy with red hair just came out of nowhere and knocked out all my Pokemon before I even had a chance to react. Now I can't even stop you from escaping. Now burn it. As you observed, these specimens are completely immune to extreme cold and extreme heat. What about the immunity to electricity? We have yet to complete that, sir. It is difficult to enhance the specimens quickly when we have our external research as well. Very well, this'll do for now. Ah, Marlin. Perfect timing. We're moving up our timetable. I'm unsure as to why, but our target seems to have relocated to our vicinity earlier than anticipated. With the Shadow Warriors enhanced and the package we need arriving today, we can begin the operation. Understood. There's just one more thing to discuss before I head out. The trespassers we locked up in the warehouse have escaped. This grunt over here let them get away. How bad is it? What did those two see? The first one, the boy with red hair, saw nothing relevant. The second one, however, if Faye finds out that she was in the lab, she will insist on relocating in the middle of our operation. You know that's time and resources we can't afford. To make sure Faye doesn't find out about what happened. Our priority right now is obtaining the package needed for the mission. We'll deal with that second one who escaped at a later time. Understood. I have a plan to obtain that package, and it'll even allow this failure of a grunt here to redeem himself. Once I have it, I'll head straight for the target. And good luck, Marlin. Close. We're getting so close. Soon it won't be long before that power finally becomes ours. The door has been forced shut behind you. Frozen Heights. Lynn, you finally made it out. Have you met Old Man Log yet? He's supposed to be an expert on Pokemon's stats or whatever. I just filled him in on what happened. I study all aspects of Pokemon stats and capture rates, and my title is Professor, not Old Man. Anyway, that must have been quite the ordeal you both went through. I'm relieved to see both of you are unharmed, and it seems you even managed to acquire rare Pokemon. I was planning on giving Thomas a Pokemon of his own someday, but now I don't have to. Ho ho ho! Someday? I've been here a whole week and I was expecting one ASAP. Well, of course I was always going to give you one, Thomas. There are plenty of errands I'm too old to run myself after all. It's just that you're insistent on looking for your parents. I keep telling you, no one has seen them in years. Even if they are somehow still in Boreas, finding them is much too big a task for you alone. I was hoping you'd accept that fact before giving you a Pokemon, but you refused to listen. You may be my legal guardian or whatever in Boreas, but you sure don't know anything about me. I'm strong enough to fend for myself. And when I see my parents, they'll see just how strong I really am. Just like you're about to. Come on, Lynn. I said I owed you a battle before, so let me show you both how a real trainer does it. Did you just push me out the way? Cool jacket. Alright. Nah. Oh. Yeah, did you forget on Park Steel? Did you forget I'm part steel? Did you forget I'm part steel? Did you forget I'm part steel? Aww, the berry juice. Did you forget I'm part steel? Yo, at the beginning, that funky bass. What, I lost? That was a fine battle. Very enthralling, if I do say so myself. No one cares how it made you feel, old man. I only care about how strong it made our Pokemon. Well, from what I can see, your Pokemon do have some nice stats. I see potential for them to become strong Pokemon one day. Finally, the first useful thing you said all day, and it's gonna be the last because I'm out of here. Well, he's certainly a handful, isn't he? And now that he's gone, who will run my errands for me? Ah, yes, Lynn. You seem rather capable. You should assist me. Ah, what a splendid idea. Your father was well known for helping others, after all. It's only fitting that his daughter would follow in his footsteps. As for the task, there's a package in Bellintown at the Pokemart. I would go get it myself, but my assistants and I are much too busy with our own research. Don't fret. The clerk knows someone who will be picking it up in my stead. Since you have your own Pokemon with you, it should be easy. But just in case, this repellent will make the journey easier for you. A repel. And while you're at it, you could assist me with another task. A fellow Professor Oak asked me to give these to 2 young trainers. It's an encyclopedia for recording the data of Pokemon. Apparently, Boreas has plenty of Pokemon his own region lacks. Got the Pokédex. Personally, I'm content with just observing species for the Pokédex. However, if you want complete data on Pokemon, including their base stats, you'll need to catch them. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. Get 5 balls just like that? If you're not in the mood for catching Pokemon, use that repel I gave you to keep them away. If you need anything else from me, I'll be in my lab. But before you depart, you should head home and inform your mother. She's been very worried about you. Good luck, Lynn. My studies are depending on you. Okay, so where's my house? Technology is amazing. You can play ROM hacks with an in-game clock on almost any device. I know, I'm doing it right now. Okay, so that's the research lab. Thomas's house. Is it true you're leaving Homeland? Then don't forget to take any items out of your PC before you go. North of here is the entrance to an underground highway. The only problem is that it's blocked by some skinny tree. I just wish I knew how to get past it. There's something irresistible about that sign. Trainer tips. Don't walk away from these signs until you've read them completely. Every single one contains important information that will help you out during your adventure. Skipping text on these signs will likely cost you. What a great read! What? Lynn! What are you doing? I told you to check in with your mother. Don't look at me like that. Didn't your mother ever teach you to listen to your elders? Go see her. Okay, I was just exploratizing, you know, I was just checking out the place. There we go. My house. Lynn, where have you been? I was very worried about you. Wow, that sounds awfully frightening. I'm really glad you're safe now. Before we do anything else, you should take a nice long rest. Yeah. Don't you feel much better now, sweetie? Now you've got the energy to run Professor Log's errand for him. I always knew that the day would come when you would leave home. It says so on TV. If only your father could see you now, he'd be so proud. Well, if you're going to run errands for Professor Log, you'll need this. Super Cube's mission log component. That's a mission log function for your Super Cube. It keeps track of anything you've been asked to do. To use it, just open it up from the start menu. And now that you have one, why don't we have it keep a record of Professor Log's requests for you? New mission, A Heroine's Journey. Get Professor Log's package from the Bellintown Mart. Oh, and before I forget, you left a key component of your Super Cube on the floor of your room. I know it wasn't necessary before, but now that you have your very own Pokemon, you'll need it if you want to use those stat boosting items in battle. The battle component. Just in case you've forgotten, the Super Cube acts just like a bag. But unlike those cheap bags from Pokemart that can only hold 42 items, the Super Cube, or as it's more commonly known, Cube, has an infinite amount of space. It works by digitizing the item's data put into it, so essentially it's like you're carrying nothing extra at all. So you mean I have infinite bag space? Yeah. And not only that, you can even automatically sort the cube by pressing start. Isn't that convenient? Of course, if you still think the cube is a little cluttered even after sorting, just use L and R to move through quickly. Oh, and you can even use it to store this party gift I prepared. The costume box. That's a costume box. You can use it to change clothes at any point in your journey. I filled it with different colors for you to choose from, but if you find more outfits, make sure you store them in there as well. Stay safe out there, honey. Bring Professor Locke his package. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head up here to my PC because apparently it's hinting that there may be some items in there. There is a berry juice. And don't forget your classic Wii U. Oh, it's just regular Wii. Well, we've been going on this long enough, so until next time, on Pokemon Unbound Blind Nuzlocke, we will be heading to Bellintown to get Professor Locke his package, and hopefully catching some Pokemon, so until next time, see you then.